Today here in Los Angeles,
Oh, good God.
agents of ICE raided 15 different neighborhoods.
Good.
They raided an elementary school. Think about the age of the children that means. Crying and screaming and clinging to the teachers because they didn't know whether they would have a mom and dad when they got home.
Okay, folks, strap in, because we're diving headfirst into a world where TikTok meets full-blown theatrical hysteria, and somehow Ben Shapiro is our tour guide through the chaos.
You sorry sucking sons of a that think that you're just gonna go and arrest a bunch of protesters because they're out there doing something you're too afraid to do. They're out there fighting for our freedom, and they're out there fighting for our right for free speech, cause you, all 2,000 of you National Guardsmen, you brave ass soldiers, you think you're gonna march in those streets and tell those people to shut the up? That is what you decided to fight for. You chose to defend us against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and you failed. And that's why they're out there on those streets. So who the are you to tell them to shut the up? Why don't you grow a pair, take off your mask, and tell me your name? Because my name is Alex, and I say you!
It's my money, and I need it now!
She seems pleasant.
Yep, this video is called Ben Shapiro Hilariously Humiliates Woke TikToks. And let me just say, it delivers. Not because Shapiro's cracking stand-up, but because the TikToks basically roast themselves. It's like watching a fire try to put itself out with gasoline. Hilarious, tragic, bizarre, and oddly fascinating. Now the next segment is, honestly, it's cinema.
Innocent citizens are being thrown into a war zone for the color of their skin! National Guard has been deployed in Los Angeles by Donald Trump to suppress peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! And that's not all! They're planning aggressive ICE enforcement for 30 days in LA! 30 days of terrorizing immigrant communities! Now they want to send the U.S. Marines! Are you kidding me? ICE officials are in Pasadena right now, a community hit hard by wildfires, and now they gotta deal with militarized government harassment by living in trauma, and we're adding military gear and ICE raids. If you think that's it, no, they're firing chemical irritants at peaceful protesters. This is our First Amendment right, fascist fuck.
In the background of the guy's video, there's just a dude peacefully watering his lawn.
You can see through the back window, there's like some dude just watering his lawn out there in Pasadena. Like, Pasadena is a very calm community. This person makes Alex Jones look like the Dalai Lama. He makes Alex Jones look like the Dalai Lama, this guy.
The disconnect is so strong, you'd think this TikTok was directed by Michael Bay, but edited by Mr. Rogers.
Fascist fuck.
Does he talk like this in all of his normal conversations?
Drag it off, pound of ground turkey, and 3 tubs of potato salad, please. Thank you very much.
My God, like, I'm just looking for the mute button in real life.
But wait, it gets better. We've got another video where a woman, clearly spiraling, starts with what can only be described as passionate puppet ventriloquism. Her teeth are clenched so tight, it's like she's chewing on a car battery.
Oh my God.
Don't come on my page and say that people should be in this country legally. Don't do it. This is ridiculous. It's inhumane. You are a human being, and don't you dare use Jesus' name or God's name in this and say that this is what he would want and pretend to be a Christian, because you're not. This is pure evil. You are scum of the earth. These are people. These are mothers. These are fathers. These are... Do better. Be better.
It's always the ones you least expect. You could never tell from looking at this person would be an unhappy, wretched sort.
If you start a rant by telling strangers they're not allowed to comment on your video on a public platform, and then immediately say they're going to hell for disagreeing with you, you might be the baddie in this scenario. Maybe, just maybe. Shapiro, of course, mocks the over-the-top theatrics and calls out how miserable and bitter some of these folks seem.
I do like the attempted ventriloquism. The first 10 seconds of this video where she's gritting her teeth the entire time, right? There are things in life that can make you happy, and this person has steadfastly avoided all of them.
At what point does activism turn into full-blown performance art? Because if we're judging based on pure Oscar-worthy rage, TikTok is the new Broadway.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours. Donald Trump!
Let our people free! Let our people free! Suelta nuestra gente! Suelta nuestra gente! Push them back! We will not do 1992 again with your kids! I was 12 then! I'm 44 now! I will die for my kids! And all of these young people are here are my kids! Because I'm an LA native mom! You! Major Bass!
Major Bass?
Hear me, expect me to your office on Monday for attacking my children!
If you could say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say?
Donald Trump! You can my left nut, you can get out my drawer!
Then, oh boy, comes the highlight reel of pettiness. A TikToker goes full witch hex mode on ICE agents and their families.
If you work for ICE, you. And your mom, your wife, your grandma, and
What'd she do?
your great-grandpa.
What did he do?
I hope your pillow is constantly warm. I hope you stub your toe every single day. I hope every single time you put on a new pair of socks, you step in a puddle of water. I hope you always have an itch on the bottom of your foot. I hope your gas tank is always empty. I hope you hit every single red light when you're driving. I hope you're always stuck in traffic. I hope you win the lottery and die the next day.
It's like rain!
You. I hope every time you have to sneeze, you just can't. I hope every time you walk past a hook, your belt loop gets caught. You're a piece of you. You are tearing apart families, and I hope yours gets torn apart too. Suck a fat bag of you absolute subhuman piece of you.
It's less political statement and more like the diary of someone who got ghosted by an Uber driver.
So, I mean, this is what wokeness does to people. You take like a normal, nice looking person and then stick your head in like a bowling ball cleaner of some sort. I have to say, that list of almost Yiddish curses is amazing. May you have an itch on the bottom of your foot. Like that's a great curse. May you always step in water after putting on your socks. These are amazing curses. I love that they are just so petty and wonderful. Like then she gets into the generic where, you know, like suck and I hope that your family dies. And like that kind of stuff. Honestly, that's boring. But the middle section there where she lists off about 10 amazing petty things that actually make your day slightly worse. I love that part. And so kudos to this lady. Like whoever she is, all of her principles are wrong. And she really, really needs a new stylist. But with that said, like I am enjoying the almost Eastern European curses that she's dropping right there.
It's all vibes, no logic. A big cosmic rage-fueled mad libs of buzzwords and half-finished thoughts. Eventually, we land on a group of TikTokers giving know your rights advice in the form of interpretive dance.
Stop with the ICE race. If ICE shows up, do not resist, claim your rights. Know your rights, shh, stay silent, request a lawyer. Todos unidos, jamás seremos vencidos, stay safe.
And that last jump was not coordinated. That's one of the worst cheer routines I've ever seen.
It looks like a high school pep rally for a club that doesn't exist. The energy is there, but the execution is like watching a CD skip. And finally, we arrive at the dramatic closing scene. A person claiming ICE agents raided an elementary school and left children sobbing, unsure if their parents would still be there when they got home.
Today here in Los Angeles,
Oh, good God.
agents of ICE raided 15 different neighborhoods. They raided an elementary school. Think about the age of the children that means. Crying and screaming and clinging to the teachers because they didn't know whether they would have a mom and dad when they got home. You can believe whatever you want to believe about immigration policy and who immigrants are, but this is not how you do it. They just scoop people up because they're brown. What do the rest of us do now? Are you going to flee the country? Or are you going to stay home and hide? Or are you going to do what they did in San Diego and show up en masse and tell ICE no and push them out of our streets?
You can't just say stuff like that without proof and expect people to treat it like gospel, especially when you're dressed like a character from a rejected Star Wars spin-off.
It's Queen Amidala herself.
This isn't just Ben Shapiro making fun of random people. It's a broader commentary on how the loudest voices in activism have become caricatures of themselves. It's TikTok rage over reason. It's cosplay revolutionaries with Wi-Fi. It's the absurdity of trying to solve complex issues with screaming, slogans, and Snapchat filters.
I have to say, I was disturbed by the long one eyelash. That I found weird and disturbing.
Was Shapiro being too harsh? Do these TikTokers have a point buried under all the performative rage? Or are we watching the slow, spiraling collapse of political discourse as filtered through ring lights and rainbow flags? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear what side you're on. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already part of the squad, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next dive into internet absurdity. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg. See you in the next one.